Certainly not alarmed. The forecasting is a pretty tricky business, and in this case, there's been a bit of a slowdown in the tax receipts. We think that probably will flow through to the end of the year, and that means as we look into next year's budget, the tax take could be slightly lower than we might have expected.
Well, the tax receipts are down, though. It's across the board. So does it show that the tax switch wasn't as good as first planned, or it didn't work as planned at the start?
Oh no, I don't think it has any direct bearing on the tax changes. I think it's more about this. There's been a bit of ongoing uncertainty around Europe, and the Christchurch rebuild has been slowed by the pre-Christmas earthquake. So that's the kind of scale of cause and effect that we're dealing with.
Are we likely to see then in the budget update in terms of forecasts, obviously a new forecast on that surplus 2014-15? I mean, it would seem to undermine that, wouldn't it?
Well, there will be a new forecast in the budget. I don't know what that will be because we're still 2 or 3 months away from the budget, but we'll be focusing on keeping the expenditure on track, tight, while we work to achieve better public services. And we'll just see where the tax forecasts come out.
But do you respond to a fall off in tax though by cutting spending, or do you just accept that that's the case? Because presumably if you cut spending further, you're going to have the continuing effect of contracting the economy.
Yeah. Now look, we're not going to overreact to what's a relatively small change in the tax take. By the end of the year it could be $1 billion ahead. Who knows? We're going to stick to the expenditure track if that's possible. That looks like it is possible at this early stage of the budget.
This will mean a couple of billion extra dollars in borrowing, won't it, over the next couple of years? Are you happy to undertake that?
Well, no, we're never happy to undertake more borrowing.
Are you prepared to undertake?
Well, we have to undertake significant more borrowing over the next few years until we get back to surplus. We're going to be borrowing more each year, and of course it would be better if the tax take was higher. But look, we're not going to overreact. These are relatively small fluctuations. The important job we've got to focus on is delivering better public services with a tight spending track, and that's what we're going to stick to that.
Does the weak tax revenue indicate that the economy is not rebounding? It's limping along?
I think what it indicates is that it's not picking up as quickly as was expected. The two reasons for that being the delay in the Christchurch rebuild because of the pre-Christmas earthquake, and secondly the sort of ongoing effect on confidence that the European situation has had. Look, we're expecting a moderate pickup in growth through the year, and we've got no reason to change that view. This is a relatively small shift in the tax forecast, and we're not going to overreact to it.